Good morning, Cora from the Cooking Realtor. Today we'll be cooking Pancit fresh Miki noodles, and I have here a list of ingredients, and as you can see I have lots of veggies here in my kitchen and also lots of seafoods. So as you can see I have quite a bit here of different ingredients, and as you can see I have also fresh noodles here which is made in Hawaii, and I have here my favorite oyster sauce with 2 cans of chicken broth. So as you can see, very colorful carrots, and also snow peas, and also celery including the leaves, and also colored bell peppers, and also dried mushrooms, and of course different types of fish cake here. I have quail egg also, and then shrimps, and also the belly, and also the pan-fried chicken liver, and also the Chinese sausage, or some people call it lapchong. And as you can see, very colorful, and these are the ingredients that I'm gonna be using with oyster sauce and also kikkoman soy sauce, a combination of both. Again, you can decide on what type of veggies you want, but this is what I really want on my pancit. I missed a little bit of broccoli as well because I also put broccoli on my Pancit fresh Miki noodles. So I have here my cooking pot and my olive oil, just a little bit of it, and you will notice I will be pan frying my carrots and the rest of the veggies. And as you can see, I have a very colorful carrots which I got from Safeway. So I have different colors like purple, yellow, and orange. And I'm gonna be pan frying this a bit just to make sure that it doesn't get smashed when I put it on my fresh Miki noodles. So as you can see, I am slowly pan frying the rest of the veggies, and it is really very healthy if you pan fry or you do not overcook your veggies. So as you notice, I have the celery, but I love using celery also, which is the equivalent of kinchay in the Philippines. And I also have snowpeas or sitsaro, and also dried mushrooms from Costco, and also colored bell peppers. The dried mushroom, basically I soak it in water for at least 3 minutes, clean it, and then dry it, and then put it back here on my ingredients. So you just have to saute this, and you will be mixing this with a little bit of white ground pepper. If you don't have white, you can also use black ground pepper, whatever you have available. And you just have to make sure that you mix all ingredients and then slowly stir it on a low heat. So as you can see, veggies is really very crispy when it's not fully cooked, and then of course we want to retain the health benefits of it by not overcooking it. So as you notice, I used a little bit of white ground pepper. So as you can see, it's really very colorful, and this is really the way I want my veggies on my pancit. And then the last thing that I put here is basically the cabbage, because cabbage is very soft, and you have to maintain the crispiness of the cabbage as well. So you have to put this last on your mixture. The Pancit fresh Miki noodles is very popular in the Philippines also. So here I used half a can of my chicken broth, and then you just have to saute this and make sure the veggies have some liquid in it to make the vegetable a little bit softer. So you just have to make sure that you have the soyu. I use kikkoman soy sauce. I use half of it first, and also the oyster sauce, half of it also, just to give some flavor to the vegetables, because you will be setting this aside, and you will be putting this back towards the end of your cooking. So again, you just have to mix it really well. Make sure it penetrates the bottom of the pan. All the ingredients are properly mixed, and as you can see, I always use low heat when I am pan frying the veggies because I really don't want to overcook the vegetables. So the pancit fresh Miki noodles is very popular in the Philippines. This has been my favorite for 2 decades now. I started cooking this 20 years ago, and then I actually kept the secret, but now I am revealing it to my subscribers. And you're gonna be covering this and then let it simmer for at least 2 minutes. Just make sure that all the veggies are a little bit soft, but still retain the crispiness of the veggies. So this is how it looks after 2 minutes. Then soak it back again by properly mixing the veggies, and make sure that you arrive at the right consistency. And then now I will be frying my belly. Actually, I pre-boiled the belly for at least 5 minutes, and just to make sure that it's fully cooked. And then I'm using the belly just a little bit, as you notice, because I really want to use the oil out of the fats of the belly. I don't want to use any other oil. So as you can see, I browned the belly, and here I am caramelizing the onions. So just make sure you stir it really well, and make sure that the onion is soaked by the oil that comes out from the fats of the belly. So I love caramelizing onions. And then from this on, you will be adding your garlic, lots of garlic, actually crushed garlic. So you have to make sure that you stir it very well. So again, cooking pancit is really a very popular dish in the Philippines during fiestas and any other special occasions. And it's easy to cook. You can prep this for your family even on weekends. And after this, you will be adding your shrimp. It's actually a fresh shrimps here in Hawaii. And then you just have to make sure that your shrimp turns a little bit red, just to make sure that it's fully cooked. So again, you just have to saute this really very well, and after which you can add your fish cake. Your fish cake, you can find it in Asian stores, and this is really a yummy Japanese fish cake. And I have here the Chinese sausage, or people call it lapchong, and I pre-pan fry the lapchong earlier because I want to remove the excess oil from the lapchong. And I have here the Japanese orange fish cake. I love putting this on my pancit because it's really very colorful, and in fact it is very yummy. So you can see here I have 2 types of fish cake. One is the pinkiest color and the other one is the yellowish color, but both are fish cakes. So as you can see, I have here the pre-pan fried chicken liver. I boil it for at least 3 to 4 minutes, and then I pan fry it because I want it to be a little bit brown. And if you pan fry it, it remains intact. It doesn't get saggy or nadudurog. So that's how I cook my chicken liver. And then the last thing I put is my favorite quail egg. So as you can see, I am stirring from the bottom of the pan because I don't want a direct contact to my quail egg. So as you can see, I set my heat on a low heat just to make sure that it doesn't get soggy. Then I'm using the remainder half of the first can of the chicken broth and the remainder of the oyster sauce and the soy sauce. So you just have to make sure mix everything well. Make sure that it penetrates the ingredients very well, and I can already smell the aroma of this mixture here in my kitchen. So again, the Miki noodles is very popular both in the Philippines, in Asian countries, or even here in the US. So you can use any other types of noodles, but on this type of ingredients, I always use the big noodles, the big fresh noodles. So you can adjust your seasoning depending on your liking. You can add a little bit of white or black ground pepper, and then you just have to make sure you taste it and make sure that it's in accordance to your taste buds. You can adjust depending on the way you want. So again, you can cover this, let it simmer for at least 2 minutes. And after 2 minutes, you can open, and this is how it looks. So you can already see it boiling, but again, this is only in low heat. Just have to make sure that it is cooked slowly. So as you can see, it's still boiling, and then I'm gonna be adding the remaining 1 can of chicken broth. So you're gonna stir this a bit, and then you're gonna put this again into boiling. Make sure that you boil this mixture for another 5 minutes, just to make sure that the chicken broth is fully cooked. So again, after that, you have the veggies on the side and also your noodles. I use 1 bag of noodles, maybe around 2 pounds. And then after 5 minutes, you can open your pot, and you just have to stir this a little bit, a few more times, and then you're about ready to mix this with your fresh Miki noodles. So the Miki noodles is always available here in Hawaii, and I'm pretty sure you can find it in any Asian store in the US, or more so in the Philippines. So as you can see, I will be pouring my fresh noodles. You just have to make sure that you mix this really well, and make sure that you stir it from the bottom. Don't damage the noodles. And this is how it looks when you stir it really well. It's now just half a size of what it is originally from, because the noodles is already penetrated by the sauce. So again, this is Cora from the Cooking Realtor. This has been my secret for 20 years now, but I would like to share this with my subscribers. So make sure to test or try this. So now you're about to put your veggies that I pan fry earlier. So again, you can see the crispiness of the veggies. It's not actually super soft. So as you notice, I changed my sandok because I need to actually stir this from the bottom of the pan. So the secret of cooking long noodles, fresh noodles, is you have to actually saute or stir it from the bottom of the pan so you doesn't damage the noodles. I don't cut my noodles. I just retain the actual length of my fresh noodles. And then the secret of stirring or sauteing it is always on the bottom of your cooking pan. So you can see the veggies are very crisp and the noodles are still intact. It's not soggy, but I am just slowly mixing this to make sure that the flavor gets into the noodles. So again, my friends, this has been my secret recipe for 20 years. It would be great if you guys can try this, and then probably put your comments below as soon as you try it, and let me see how it goes. Again, this is Cora from the Cooking Realtor, sharing you my 20 years secret in making the Pancit fresh Miki noodles. So you can adjust your seasoning by adding more, if you want, more of the black or the white ground pepper, and make sure you stir it back again. Make sure that the pepper, the white or black pepper will penetrate the bottom of your mixture. So thank you for watching. Again, this is Cora from the Cooking Realtor, and I love sharing my secret recipe, the Pancit fresh Miki noodles with lots of veggies and seafoods. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day, everyone. Bye now.